Yeah, thank you, Adam. I mean, the whole story and the whole opening out of this story is very upsetting, because I'm sure it's representative of a lot of people coming into work and taking on responsibility with a view to doing a good job, supporting the people they're responsible for. And if you're not getting treated like that yourself, then you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Because on the one hand, you've got a responsibility to support other people, but you need to go to somebody else to talk about your challenges with that. And if that person themselves is not somebody that you feel you can be vulnerable around your learning process in your job, then you really are in a very stressful situation. And if you don't deal with it, then that can create mental health problems, and that can actually impact on home life and all sorts of other things. And that vicious circle is what we need to break out of through dialogue, through being more transparent around the different ways in which what Sherry has explained here plays out in many people's lives. And of course, we haven't even touched on the fact that in this situation, Sherry is a woman, and how for women, the whole sort of sexual predatory nature of how work can really make them feel that they're either using their sexual power to their advantage, or they're getting sexually undermined or manipulated by the opposite sex in some form. And I'm sure that happens with men as well, but I think for women there's a physical difference between men and women that makes them increasingly in very vulnerable situations. It's very sad to hear these sorts of things happening, really is.
But if you're a person, I think, who finds yourself in this kind of toxic culture that's making you hate your job, I personally think it can be really interesting to do some work around what your values are, what you personally value, because it can be hard to get lost in a sea of, the negativity, the chaos. I think it's really good to come back to yourself and say, hang on, what do I really value as an individual? Is this culture aligned to that which I most value? And if it's not, it may be time to start, looking at the door and seeing what else is out there. Yeah, that'd be my take.